walk south of the stairs in the cockpit, you find another trapdoor. This one works and leads to a compartment underneath the plane. There are a lot of suitcases and other containers in here. Many of them have novice or expert locks, and there's also a circuit breaker on the wall in this room. If you activate it after having already activated the circuit breaker on the wing, nothing happens. But if you go back to the wing, turn off that switch, go back to the trap door, flip on that switch, and go back outside, you'll notice that the light on the wing turns back on. So it looks like the switch on the wing turns the light on and off, and the switch in the compartment only turns the light on. Not sure why we have two different switches for the same light, but that's the way it works. Next up is Skylane's Flight 1981. This is probably the first crash that you're going to find when you first start playing the game, because it's closer to Sanctuary, where you first start the game. Every time you arrive at this crash site, it's going to be occupied by some enemy faction. I have found Raiders and Rust Devils, Brotherhood of Steel, and Synths. After you clear it, you can explore the wreckage, and this is one of the most rich wreckages of all of the wreckages in the Commonwealth. It's also split up over a wide area. The fuselage with the cockpit is on the ground between two rock outcroppings. The wings are straddling the rocks on either side. So you'll be walking along steep inclines to explore the wings and loot the wreckage. But it's worth your time, especially at a younger level, because you will walk away with a lot of ammo, including fusion cores. This is also where you find Astoundingly Awesome Tales number 6, which is plus 5% damage against murderers. Like the other crash, in the cockpit you find a flight data recorder, which has the Skylane's Flight 1981 recording.
Boston Tower, Skylane 1981. Knowledge. Lost engine. We're breaking up. There. Aim for the road.
Nothing really interesting about that recording, it just says that the plane crashed. But what's unique about this wreckage is if you find your way to the storage room, there's plenty of luggage to load, and there's a compartment with a master lock on it. Now, it's likely that you won't have the ability to pick this lock when you first find the aircraft, because it's a master lock. But if you come back and pick it, you'll find quite a cache of loot indeed, including the Skylane's smuggling manifest. This tells us that the Skylane's airline was smuggling goods around the Commonwealth before the war. The manifest includes illegal chems and a range of weapons and ammunition. Additionally, there's a random encounter quest associated with this wreckage. Since it's a random encounter, I can't reproduce it for you and record it for this video. If anyone knows console commands to make the random encounter, I'm lucky enough. I've tried summoning the NPC, and the NPC is just awesome. But if you are lucky enough to find the random encounter, you meet a woman named Ness who asks you to meet her at this wreckage to help her rid the place of raiders, and she'll give you a reward afterwards. If you accept, the quest is called Meet Ness at the crash site, and when you meet her there, you find some mercenaries with her, and together you rid the place of raiders and other hostiles. The thing is, she doesn't tell you about the locked compartment in the bottom of the plane. If you discover it on your own, you can talk to Ness about it, and she becomes very agitated, and she attacks you. If you end up killing her, you can loot a key off of her corpse, which allows you to open the compartment without needing master-level lockpicking. Apparently, Ness has been doing research into the history of the Skylane's airlines and discovered that they smuggled goods like chems and weaponry. She's been trying to track down this wreckage and this compartment for some time. This is the only way to open the compartment without having master lockpicking, or by using a companion that is lucky enough to open it for you, like Kate. The last one comes from the Far Harbor DLC. It's Horizon Flight 1207. You find the wreckage on an outcropping of rock next to a waterfall. A super mutant named Erickson inhabits the plane, and while at first wary of you, he quickly warms up and eventually will sell you dogs that you can use in your settlements. The layout of the plane is really interesting. Erickson has turned it into